you guys?
Hi, my name is Kate Clement, and I am the director and actor for Lungs by Duncan Macmillan.
And my name is Justin Clement, and I am an actor for Lungs by Duncan Macmillan.
Wow.
And what is Lungs about?
So, Lungs is about a couple contemplating having a baby prior to the apocalypse, but mostly, we say the apocalypse, but we talk about global catastrophic danger. Like, it feels like the end of the world, and I feel like this conversation can be related to a lot of people talking about having a baby because we talk about global unrest, climate change, and war, and political divides, and who would want to bring a child into this world?
It's never quite said what the external conflict is with the world, but I always see it as sort of the outward anxiety of their conversation, because they're very anxious about the future and about their love for each other. And
are they doing the right thing?
Should they have a child? Are they good people?
Right.
So that's kind of always how I've seen it. So it could be any sort of catastrophe of your choosing.
Right.
But the show is cool because it's just a single conversation between these two people. There's no lighting changes, no set changes, no costume changes. It's just one conversation for 90 minutes.
It's just us, baby.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry. My bad.
You're good.
Have your real life marital discussions ever mirrored the big debates your characters have on stage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say so.
I don't know about the big debates per se.
Yeah.
But the way that couples sometimes talk over each other and sometimes don't listen to each other, I could see that echoed a little bit. Not saying that we don't listen to each other, but there are times where, I'm trying to get my point across, you're trying to get your point across, and then
we just need to ramble, and we need the
the
other to listen, but we're not, because you need me to listen,
right.
And vice versa, and so, but yeah,
and
that's just like normal. There's a lot of that. But
yeah.
About the conversations about, like, should we have kids? Is there a reason? Like,
Very much so.
We have definitely had this conversation.
Yeah, I mean, we've been married now for going on 3 years, so obviously that's been in the conversation of, okay, what's the next step to our relationship? Should we have a child? Like, what are the factors of having a child? Like, do we really need to think about certain things? And that's kind of the crux of the show. Mm-hmm. So
we've got to make sure if we do, we model certain things in our lives to make sure that they're good people as well. So that's real tough, and it's a really hard thing to think about. And I feel like this play can go in many different directions and is very subjective to all audience members. And I really wanted that to be the focus, is that no matter whoever chooses what decision they want to make out of their lives, that's your decision.
Yeah, everybody can relate to it in some way. Yeah.
Has working so closely on this production taught you anything new about each other that surprised you? Any funny or endearing backstage moments?
Oh, man.
That's a good question. Anything new? My goodness.
There's been moments where you get so intense that I'm, like, legitimately scared.
Okay.
Like, but, like, in the best way possible as an actor, where I'm, like, I'm actually, like, feeling the feelings. Yeah. Like, not that I'm not, but just Kate, like, my character is, but then it's, like, Kate's feeling it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa. But, no, it feels good. Like, there are all these, like, moments of, like, love and hope and fear, and all of them, encapsulates, like, this conversation that we're having. But as far as, like, our acting,
as far as Justin and Kate go, I sometimes forget how good of an actor you are, because there are moments when we'll be running our lines or we'll be in a rehearsal and her character says, no, let's not do it that way, or something like that. Right. I'll think it's Kate talking to Justin when really, oh yeah, that's her line. And so I get completely distracted. Like, there are a couple moments like that where we get there and I'm like, we stopped. Okay, what did I do wrong this time? You know.
No.
But, yeah.
I mean, that's also, thanks.
A little compliment.
Thank you. But that's been tough because this play is so conversational.
Yes.
Not this, like, it's not Shakespeare, obviously. It's just this is how people talk. Very choppy and very...
And that's how we talk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I wouldn't say there's not much that has really surprised me about you, Kate Clement, the person throughout this
Just
experience.
know me so well. Great.
Yeah.
Your characters go on quite a journey together over the course of the play. Have you noticed your own relationship evolving in any way throughout the working of the show?
Ooh, evolving.
They go through a lot.
They do.
And it has really opened my eyes on certain things that if I don't want to give it away.
I know.
If certain things happen in my life, in real life, I will know what not to do, what to do, and like
how to react
and how not to react.
Sure.
But also, I can also understand that I will have no idea how I am going to react if something like that were to happen to me, or...
Yeah. It's kind of hard to answer that question, but I could say that there is a point near the end of the show that my character says that he realizes that he has to grow up and act like an actual human being. And I could feel that in myself sometimes. Like, I'm very childish. Like, today is my birthday, and my birthday presents were candy and Ninja Turtle and, walkie-talkies. So I do have a very childish side to me. And I think one of the challenges in my life is to keep that childish side but still be a grown-up.
Right.
And so, yeah, that's...
It's okay to have a child heart.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, it's great to have a child's heart. I want to be...
It's healthy.
I want to be a big boy.
I want to be an adult. Okay.
You can cut that.
I can relate to her having, like, this crippling anxiety. And for her, it is overwhelming for her. She is just word vomit. Like,
oh, my gosh.
And, I mean, I can definitely relate to that, but to some extent. And it has really...
goes to the extremes.
She's she's got a lot of anxiety, but I also feel like she's got a lot of hubris as well.
Hubris.
I do.
Hubris.
This play tackles big themes like climate change, relationships, the question of bringing new life into the world. What's been the most thought-provoking part of working on this show?
Well, I don't know if y'all know this, but it's really hot outside. And it's been very hot for a very long time, and just listening to the news and how it just gets worse and worse, and how most oh God, I am stuttering. Sorry.
For me, it's the answers that we're often trying to find in our own lives are usually the most basic and simple answers. I guess what I'm trying to say is that we're always asking these questions about how can I improve myself, or how can I make my relationship better, or how can I do this, and it's there.
How can I help the planet?
It's the action behind it, I guess. And I forgot the question. I hope that answered it.
I don't know. We might have to redo that question.
Yeah.
I stuttered, and then.
It's okay. What's been the most thought-provoking part of working on the show?
The most thought-provoking part of the show, I think, are the parallels that it has to just the current world, and to my own anxieties about said world, and then my place in it, and then how I can be a better person in my relationship in that world, and all that good stuff. I mean, it comes up a lot. I think one of the biggest themes of the show are the two characters that we play, questioning if they're good people. They're very concerned about being good people. And I think that resonates with me a lot, because I often wonder that myself. Am I a good person,
Yeah.
So
one of the biggest things for me that was very thought-provoking for me was this concept of time and how we perceive it, and how there are moments in life that just feel like they're dragging on, and it's just time has slowed down. And then there are moments where it's like, where did all the time go?
Right.
And I feel like this play does a very good job of encapsulating that and capturing it with its writing and how we act it out together.
Yeah, the writing's very clever in that sense.
It's so brilliant.
Yeah.
And you can just be in this moment forever. And that can be either a good thing or a bad thing. It's all just so... There are a plethora of different examples. And then there's the ones that are just boom, 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 boom.
Right.
Years have gone by.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're like,
I mean,
how did that happen?
You know, within 10 lines, we've gone forward 15, 20 years. So.
Final question. Would you say this play leaves audiences feeling hopeful or hopeless? What message do you hope they walk away with?
I want to say hopeful.
I think hopeful.
I say hopeful, but I also want it to be subjective to the audience. I want them to leave this play with their own subjective understanding and look within their own story, because this is just one story.
Right.
This doesn't have to be the journey that they have gone on, but maybe they can take just something from it.
Yeah, I think definitely hopeful, because there's no clear villain, there's no clear hero.
This is a gray story.
This is very
this
gray.
Is no
both
black
of our
and white.
characters make mistakes. Both of our characters have triumphs.
And we have flaws. We have
flaws.
Good things and bad things about us.
And I think that can resonate with the audience in that nobody's an angel, nobody's a complete devil. It's just we're all sort of in that gray area.
We're all messy and beautiful.
Everyone's trying to do the right thing, pretty much. So
yes, hopeful.
Great. And when can everybody go see the play?
You can come from August 3rd to August 13th.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 8 p.m.
And then Sunday matinees at 2. Where's it going to be at? It'll be at the Star Center Theater. This is an Actors Warehouse production, but the Star Center has graciously opened their doors for this production. So, Star Center Theater, August 3rd through the 13th.
Lungs.
Be
Starring
there.
Kate Clement.
And Justin
Directed
Clement.
by Kate Clement. I show up at one point.
Yes. Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Why are we so awkward?
I don't know.